What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. Well, like I said, I'm not really worried about the weight. I'm worried about the skill level that they use during the fight.
After getting into the ring with Terence Crawford, Roy Jones has made it clear that the skills Crawford is carrying will be enough to defeat Canelo. According to Roy, the entire question of whether Crawford can win has very little to do with weight and almost everything to do with what happens when Canelo lands clean. Roy says if Crawford can take the punch, then Canelo is done.
Going factor, but if he goes out and boxes Bud, he's not going to beat Bud boxing. He's not. So if Bud can take his punch, he's not going to outbox Bud. So it's like,
if he can't, then he's in real trouble. But Roy leans toward the belief that Crawford has what it takes. He's watched the way Crawford times opponents, uses movement to frustrate pressure fighters, and finishes strong when he smells blood. For Roy, weight is only a factor if Crawford isn't mentally or physically prepared for what comes with moving up. But he believes Crawford is not only ready for it, he's already training like a man who knows exactly how to beat Canelo. Roy says he doesn't care about size if the smaller guy has a higher IQ in the ring. That's what...
Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong without showing that I am tough.
Roy is not alone. David Benavidez also shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight. He told Fight Hub TV that it's a great fight, but slightly favors Canelo just because of the weight. In his words, it's a good fight, more like a 60-40 only because of the weight difference, but you can't take Crawford's skill away. You have to give him credit for skill. He's an amazing fighter. He's an amazing technician in the ring. Benavidez respects Crawford's craft. He doesn't dismiss the threat, but like many, he sees the weight as a barrier Crawford will have to overcome.
Does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah.
Someone who has already beaten Canelo doesn't even think weight is the most... Dimitri Bivol, who gave Canelo his second career loss, recently told the Ring magazine that the real key is mental readiness. Bivol said, "It's not only about getting used to the power, it's also about being mentally ready to fight at that weight." In his view, smaller opponents who fall to Canelo don't do so because of size, they lose because they're not mentally prepared. Bivol believes that Crawford, with his calm demeanor and deep toolbox, is one of the few who could go up in weight and not fold under the pressure. He even added that Crawford's ability to switch stances from orthodox to southpaw is another reason he might pull this off. Bivol said it gives Crawford real advantages that could throw off Canelo's timing. This is coming from someone who knows what it takes to beat the Mexican star and has done it.
Now what the media is reporting, and it's circulating, is that Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back.
Some fighters who have sparred both of them still lean toward Canelo. Welterweight contender Alexis Rocha told ES News that he thinks Canelo will win because of the natural size difference. He said, "There are weight classes for a reason. Canelo is a lot bigger. Crawford has a good size to him and has that reach. And the boxing IQ. That is the most important thing when it comes to the boxing game, the IQ. I think Crawford would hold his own very good in that fight, but I would lean more towards Canelo because he's more experienced and has been in there with bigger fights." Rocha gives Crawford full credit for skill, but believes experience and natural weight will carry Canelo through.
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power. because he's moving up to another level of weight.
I asked this because you did it with Margarito. You went to 54, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's so big, Margarito." But your speed made the difference in that fight.
Another fighter, Caron Davis, who has also sparred both men, shares the same view. Speaking to Mill City Boxing, he said, Canelo is a big guy. It's going to be a lot. He can take a punch, so you're not going to hurt Canelo. I don't think Crawford can hurt him with one punch. Maybe he can cut an eye or something or bother him to the body. He has to get some flesh on gloves and go to the body. It's going to be a tall task. Canelo can really fight. He has moves and traps. It's not easy. In boxing, nothing is impossible. But if I had to bet, I'd put money on Canelo. Davis's take falls under a view that many Canelo supporters carry, that one clean shot from Crawford won't be enough. If he wants to win, he'll need to chip away over time and avoid making a single mistake. Davis also added that Canelo's power isn't just about knockout strength, it's about how it wears you down over time and shuts down your rhythm.
You've been able to feel his power. Can any guy move up 3 divisions and fight a Canelo?
In the landscape right now, I don't think that there's a person that can move up 3 divisions, from 47 and beat Canelo. But I think divisions matter. I think that